Two themes loom large in the industrial expansion of the late 19th century: technological change and the rise of big business. Technological innovation was a decisive factor in the economic growth and development after the Civil War. Not only did the second industrial revolution of this time period emerge with a growing railroad infrastructure across the nation, improvements in communication technology also fostered the growth of markets and large businesses. For example, a new Atlantic cable in 1866 made possible instant telegraph communication between Europe and the United States, and the introduction of the telephone, the typewriter, and the handheld camera in the 1870s and 1880s revolutionized journalism and business communications. Next to communications, innovations in energy was key. Steam power continued to be important and produce a heavy demand for coal, which is the reason the United States had developed a carbon-based economy over the course of the 19th century, in contrast to the petroleum-based economy of the 20th century. But the transformation of heat, steam, and kinetic energy into electricity revolutionized Americans' work and daily lives. Electricity was more flexible than steam or water, and together with Nikola Tesla's invention of the electric motor and alternating current, Edison's inventions brought electric light into homes and onto streets, powered streetcars and elevators, and aided economic and urban growth. Thomas Edison's research laboratory at Menlo Park produced new innovations that changed private lives, entertainment, and the economy, ranging from the incandescent light bulb, the phonograph, motion picture, and power generation. The second dominant theme of industrialization in the latter 19th century was the rise of big business. The nation's economy grew rapidly during this time period, but markets were also highly volatile, and prices tended to stagnate or drop in the long depressions of the 1870s and 1890s. To survive in these conditions, businesses competed aggressively or tried to shield themselves from ruthless price wars by forming pools, divide markets amongst each other, or establish trusts that put multiple rivaling companies under one directorship. But these arrangements were notoriously unstable, and businesses moved towards the control of entire industries instead. Between 1897 and 1904, the number of mergers in the United States accelerated. Some 4,000 businesses disappeared in the folds of larger corporations. The most notorious and hated of these large corporations was John D. Rockefeller's Standard Oil, which employed shrewd, unethical, and also illegal business practices to control their competition and secure their profits. Such practice of horizontal integration drew the ire of small competitors, the public and state legislatures, and as a result, Standard Oil had to be innovative not just in its refinement technologies, but also in its organization. Consider the fact that it was Standard Oil lawyers who essentially authored the incorporation laws of New Jersey in the 1890s for their corporation's benefit, and that Standard Oil pioneered the holding company, which sustained the power of a trust without subjecting it to the same legal consequences. Yet, more impactful in the long run was the practice of vertical integration, exemplified by Andrew Carnegie, who sought to control cost and profit by integrating all chains of supply and distribution into his business. If Rockefeller sought to control price, Carnegie focused on the control of cost. As you can see in your team-based learning assignments, however, the reality of many businesses and industries in the late 19th century was not one of aggressive innovation and acquisition, but of steady production and continuity.